Oh yeah, no problem. You're good. You're good.
Okay, Daddy's gonna go live now.
Hello, and everyone. Welcome to Therapy of the Absurd, episode 59. How you doing, Dana?
I'm making it. I'm good. No complaints. No complaints. It's been such an interesting and amazing at the same time week. That's all I can say. So many hellos and goodbyes. That's all I can say. Hellos and
Oh
goodbyes.
yes. Oh yes. Yeah, I had a fun experience driving to pick up my daughter. This gentleman decided to throw his door at the random moment I decided to pass by. Threw it open, and my right side passenger mirror is dead. Oh yeah, I'm just driving. I hit this street, and I have a car because it's near the school. So you have
Mhm.
parked cars on the left and the right. And this gentleman's in the taxi van. He's helping this elderly lady, and I see that, so I'm paying attention. And then I notice there's a car coming on my left, and so I have to make room for that too. Well, he decides to throw his door out last minute, so I'm either going to hit the car on the left,
Wait, so who throws their door out last minute? The van?
the taxi van.
The taxi van.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
When you
and
say throws
so
out, you just mean open the door. You don't mean
oh
literally.
yeah, no, yeah, he opened it up,
Okay.
but in a way that I got by, but his door knocked the shit out of my mirror, and then it dented in my door a little bit. Oh yeah, so it's just all week, all I've been having is just people like staring, like, "What the fuck's wrong with your car?"
Did y'all get to exchange information?
Oh
Like,
yeah, we
where?
got all the information and everything, and he said he was sorry. I mean, that was,
I mean, they got to pay for it.
but the his insurance guy from the taxi company came out, and he's like, "So how do you know it's his fault?" I'm like, "It's okay. He already apologized."
Right. Like,
He just kind of looked at me like, "Oh, he did."
well, I mean, what did I'm sorry, don't get me wrong. Like, what the fuck did they expect? I mean, so I just threw my mirror off my own door around in the corner. Like, what?
Oh no, yeah, it
At
was
least
it
you
was
were
crazy.
swift thinking, because I'm not good in the heat of the moment. Like, I wouldn't have remembered to say he apologized. I'd have just went straight to what the fuck, like I'd have lost
Yeah.
it there.
Oh yeah.
um,
Oh yeah. So I got all that information, exchange everything, and hopefully this week, we can somehow get, or even beginning of next week,
get
get
it
it moving
fixed.
along, so I don't have it hanging. Because everywhere I go, I got people like, it was funny. What was the other day? I go to park my car because I'm picking up an order for Uber Eats, and there's a
Mhm.
gentleman that looks like he's going to park next to my car. He sees my mirror, and not even 30 seconds, he backs out and parks somewhere else.
Right. Like,
Oh yeah, he's like,
yeah. Like, I won't lie, I'm a little bit that way, like, not because it's anything wrong, it's not because stuff doesn't happen, but I'm like, I already have enough vibrations that I can't get together. I do not want whatever caused that is a low enough vibration. I don't want any parts.
Right?
There's nothing wrong with
Oh
nobody.
yeah,
It does.
that's
I won't lie. It makes me go the other way when I see it. Don't even matter. Like, it don't even have to be whatever. But it's crazy in this crazy way. I understand exactly what he did. Like, not saying it's
oh
nice,
yeah.
not
I
nice to
put
do, but it's just a thing.
Oh yeah, I pull up at the light,
Mhm.
and this like surfer looking guy's in the car. He's got his friends in the car, and I feel like some kind of like like energy or heat coming off of something, right? You can tell when people are staring at you. I'm at the light, it's not green yet, and I'm like, something's off, right? And I look over, and they're fucking pointing at the mirror laughing. Right? And I look over like, what's going on? I forgot even it was my mirror. I thought they had a problem
Right,
with me
right,
or something. So I'm looking over, I'm like, what's going on?" And the guy just turns back to his thing like, "Oh, wait, he saw us."
right,
I feel like they were
right.
making fun of my second child, my car.
Right, because we take it personal. But there, as youngsters, like as the preacher at Faithful Central Bible Church here says, keep on living. You can laugh at folks now, but wait till you hit a little bump in the road, because it happens. It's going, it's not gonna miss you. It's not gonna skip you. It's not gonna get by
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta take care of your car, man. You gotta take care of your car. The thing that got me too the other night, I was going to do a delivery, and I don't know why anyone decides to fix their car on the side of the street where oncoming traffic is coming, but be dressed in a gray shirt, black pants, near and park near where there's barely any street light. I almost hit a guy because I
Mhm.
couldn't see him.
Right.
And luckily he moved the car door, and part of the car door kind of came on, and I was able
Uh,
to, move out of the way. But you could
likely you got to think about, he had probably been working on the car since early in the day. Like, it's not like, it's not like I doubt that he came out at 8 o'clock and was like, I think I'll work on my car now. You got
yeah,
someone working on a car, probably been working on it since daylight, and with the time change, he probably, bless his heart. I'm
yeah.
not saying that made it any easier for you, but I'm just saying he probably, bless his heart,
Oh no, yeah,
did.
he was just there sitting in the street, with his legs facing, oncoming traffic, and he had his head inside between the steering wheel and the seat, with the
Mhm.
car door just kind of opened out into the middle of traffic. And I'm just glad I saw it. I don't want to. I'm not trying to give up any ass in jail. I'm weak. I might die. I don't want to die. But yeah, it woke me up. It woke me up. Oh
Wow.
man. No, yeah, that was, um
Ad- Adventures
interesting.
from the road.
And then I was like, how do you know when people tip on the Uber Eats app, right? And then it hit me a little bit like last week. I was like, oh, they tell you. And I was like,
It may be different, but
wow.
you have to look like you can wherever you can kind of itemize. You could kind of look, but it's
A lot of people don't tip.
yeah, in short. I mean,
Right?
and what was crazy is I would find. I mean, you were down in Torrance, so I don't know what it's like. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I had the luck and the misery. There's a couple of Sugar Fishes over here. Sugar Fish is a sushi spot that is
Yeah.
the people who get delivery love.
Oh yeah.
And it's expensive sushi. But I remember one time I delivered, like way down, kind of down Malibu, like up, whatever. And the tip, I looked later and the tip was almost like over half of what the food cost. Like, 'cause I was like, what does that say? Oh,
Yeah.
but you get a tip like that, which then kind of makes up for all the non-tippers and all the low tip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
so you celebrate that anybody, would tip. But it in the terms of the money, it kind of balances out because there are
Yeah.
so many people who, tip, $1, too late tip, tip at kind
Oh
of
yeah.
a
I'll take something. Something's better than nothing,
and nothing. Right.
considering how many people don't tip.
Right.
But this is what gets me, right. I go to an expensive Peruvian restaurant to pick up this lady's order. Okay.
Mhm.
She's got 5 fucking bags. Let me repeat that. 5 fucking bags. You would think that, you get a tip, right? And then the phone goes off again right when I'm picking up that. Same lady, different order at an expensive upper class juice place. So think Jamba Juice, but like maybe $2.53 more.
Press juice or
Yeah.
create.
So I go there to Rock and Juice in Torrance, and I pick up
Oh, okay.
like two acai bowls, like some fresh little thing of ginger, like a shot, and like
Right,
two big
right.
ass like smoothies or something, right? Or maybe it was three. That plus the 4 bags of Peruvian food. You're talking biscuits. You're talking like 5 actual plates full of rice and meat and veggies and a whole mess of other stuff and soups and a big ass 2 liter of soda. All this, right? I drop it off. This house was nice. They had some private lake behind it. I could see through the window. I usually don't stare into people's houses, but man, she had
Mhm.
a dock into a lake. Okay. I dropped the food off. It took me like two or three trips from the car to the porch. And the lady tips me $1.50. Okay, I appreciate getting something. Okay.
That doesn't
But
match though.
but
Like
really, dude? Because I'm gonna
that's
tell you
real.
what, that Peruvian place with those 5 bags, she definitely spent over $100. The juice place literally easily over $50. And I
Mhm.
couldn't even get $5.
That's bananas. That's bananas. That's
Right?
bananas.
That's crazy. But
Mhm.
on that note, we do have an amazing guest with us tonight.
Yes,
Would you like to bring her up?
I would. I'm very excited. So this amazing comedian, teacher, improviser, and my sorority sister. I met like during the Zoom age, doing Zoom shows, and then as I felt like when we were able to come out and start doing comedy festivals, that's when I started getting to meet everybody that we had been on Zoom with. It was like a homecoming. Like you didn't go to a HBCU, but like when we go to HBCU homecomings, it's really kind of it's like ancestors meet your descendants. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really amazing. And so meeting her was awesome at the Memphis Urban Laughs Festival this past October. Got to meet her in person. Please welcome to the stage, to the StreamYard screens, Donna Lewis, and a selector for the Black Women in Comedy Laugh Festival in New York this June. Donna
Yes.
Lewis. Woo, woo.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So you're just with us. We have like a bunch of topics, as you can see. There's so much in the news, and I wanted to say this. I don't know if you all saw this, because first of all, our Google feeds curate they curate what they think we want to know, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So this idea of what's news and what's not news is ambiguous because I feel like they've made it relative to what you're interested in. And I'm like, true, well, I don't necessarily want to, I want to keep up with the Ukraine. I don't want to be overwhelmed by the Ukraine. What I know for sure is that what's going on with Kanye and Kim is not news. That is entertainment information. And whatever I've done to lead you to believe that I want to know about it every day, I need to select or filter or do the things that it would take for you to know. But in other words, it's not news. Another thing that came up, and I know we're going to talk about the Kanye and the Kim a little bit. Another thing that came up was apparently at a Starbucks somewhere in America, a person ordered a drink, some kind of, oh Lord, I shouldn't say some kind of something. That's how a news person sounds, right? With like 12 modifications, like whatever she ordered. And then the TikTok is of the barista calling out all of the notifications. It was 12 or 15 modifications. So it's like the double foam with the not this and the not that and froth this and syrup this. Like whatever the drink was, they still got like 3 to 5 other syrups. Now, I am one of those people. I have gotten yesterday I went to a great restaurant. It's a famous restaurant here called Crustaceans, and it's a high-end, lovely restaurant, seafood, fish under the floor, the whole nine. I've been dreaming of going there my whole time I've lived here. And someone asked me in celebration of something, they were like, well, what would you like to do? And they said, well, what do you like to do? I said, to be honest, I like to eat. That's what I like to do. I love restaurants. So we went to Crustaceans. But I share all this to say that I was like, I have a lot of questions when I eat, and I'm like, can we do this, but not that. I am one of those substitute people. But 15 modifications in a grande cup of coffee seems much. So anyway, they said the article claimed that the barista did it to embarrass the customer. They laughed it off, but I was like, I don't know. That's like crazy. But anyway,
that's somebody that's real damn needy.
But I say all this to say that none of this is news. Like, how did this get to be the news that is curated on our feeds?
That's crazy, man.
It is.
America wants us to be entertained, not informed.
There it is. Say
facts.
It.
That's
they want
facts.
us to be facts.
Yep.
They want us to be entertained, not informed. Because even like CNN has a podcast about the war called Tug of War. And I'm just like, and y'all, I don't know if y'all know, I have a little thing I do on Instagram called Who's Filming, Not Helping. So I feel that way, like, who's listening, not helping? Like, how y'all gonna have a podcast about the war in real time? The Ukrainians need help. They don't need people talking on some microphones about what's going on. And it's not a sports event, so we're not looking for the play-by-play. We just looking to help this situation come to an end, and all the good things. But it is what it is. But you said a powerful word on the church tonight. You said they want us to be entertained, not informed. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Oh yeah, that's crazy though. Really, you know what I mean? Like black coffee, sugar and cream. How did we get to you can add or subtract 15 things from fucking coffee? Like,
I know that's too damn much. That's somebody that's doing. That is called doing the most.
Doing the most.
Wow.
Doing the most.
I hope she got tipped or he got tipped $20 because that's
to your other point. To your other point.
You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand how did we stray off the path of cream and sugar?
Coffee.
I just want to know.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Oh, I can't
I
drink
love
coffee.
but I don't understand paying $5 for a cup of it.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what's in it.
You know what I mean? $5. You can go buy a can of coffee.
But you know what? Okay, I'll say this as someone who doesn't drink the coffee but shamefully drinks the tea and pays the $5. Like there's that, or less. Like, I mean, if I get a Girl Grey latte, which they actually don't sell anymore, yeah, but like, because I'm gonna get it with oat milk or so, or whatever. I will say this: when you try to make it at home, like it doesn't ever taste the same. So that's what we're capturing convenience with a specific taste. I have lately I bought some matcha powder though.
Ooh.
And I have been blending like a cold I blend like cold milk. What I want to know is how did coffee creamers, like for those of us who don't drink coffee but we love creamers, like there's an oatmeal cookie flavor, oat milk oat milk coffee creamer. Huh?
I heard of some of those.
So I'm just like, so those of us who whatever, so I blend up regular milk, a little of that, the matcha powder, I'll put in my CBD oil and blend it up and all that. And I've also tried to make like hot matcha drinks at home. I have to admit mine are creamier, frothier, but and I don't have like the Nescafe, like I don't have that thing that makes the milk really hot. I have to just put it in the pot and get it as hot as the pot can get it without that whole, how the skim thing gets like all this a whole, we just don't have the equipment. We're not at home. I'm not equipped to make it what it tastes like there. Now I'm not trying to do it every day, like that's because if you do $5 every day, that's $25 a week. That's a bill a month on coffee. That I'm not trying to do. That's
no way, man.
Yeah.
You're essentially like, how much did
$5 for a gallon of damn gas?
And out here is $6. $5 won't get you a gallon in LA. Won't get you a gallon in LA. I repeat, $5 won't get you a gallon in LA.
I'm waiting on Elon Musk, man. We got to get those methane engines, right? We got to get the methane engines because I eat that Taco Bell. I'm gonna tell you what, that gas, that's way cheaper.
Yep.
You're so crazy right now. Oh my god.
I'm just saying, right? Bean burrito, $167. What's up?
There you go.
I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. $167, not almost $7.
Gas is crazy. So Donna, tell us what's going on. I know you have some great things happening with you. Like I know you have the festival in June, but between now and then, I know you got Maximum Goods happening. And tell us about. I can't ever say the whole name of your improv troupe. I just know like lemon pepper and saison.
Lemon pepper and saison.
Okay, saison.
That's French, right?
Huh?
Is that French?
Yeah.
Oui.
No, it's Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, we just did a show where my improv group Lemon Pepper and Saison we headlined at a show at a local comedy club here called Kazi's. Virginia's longest running comedy club. It's been there 30 years. And
I always think that says Cozy's because I've seen it before. I didn't know it was Kazi's. Okay.
It's Kazi's. And so we last time we did a show there was 2020 and then the pandemic hit. But we filled up that place. We had 2 stand-up comedians and another improv group from our theater in Norfolk, the Push Comedy Theater. Shout out to them. And we had a really good time. Lemon Pepper we did like a 30, 40-minute set, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
And then we are also it's weird. It's like all of a sudden this month my improv group got booked. We had 3 bookings this month. So we're headlining a show near Richmond next week and also featuring at another show next Thursday. So we've been busy this month in particular.
Nice.
And
that's good.
Yeah, and yay. And I've had all kind of shows. I just was at the Hartford Funny Bone about 2 weeks ago on a women's show, Hilarious.
Oh, nice.
Done by Erica Nolan that you will probably see at the festival in June. So yeah, I've been busy. I'll stay busy.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Very nice.
Well, that's nice. I feel like I've heard that name. I don't know if I know her, but I've definitely heard the name Erica Nolan before. Maybe it feels some kind of way. So first, well, how did you get into comedy? Okay, let me go back. We'll do it two ways. All right, how long have you been doing comedy? How long have you been doing?
For 6 years. I started in 2015 by taking my very first improv 101 class at the Push Comedy Theater in January of 2015. So I started doing improv first, and then my dog is doing something weird. He better not be peeing on nothing. Come here, Dad. Anyway, and then the following summer in 2016, I took the comedy class, comedy school at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. And in August of 2016 is when I graduated from there. My very first gig is I opened up for Marsha Warfield.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
When she was just coming out of her retirement and coming back doing the stand-up, she was booked to do a couple of shows here in Virginia, and a guy reached out to me, and I did that. And it was a pleasure to meet her. She's such a nice lady, and oh my God, just a legend in as a woman.
Yes, like I was telling to when I filled out my application to get the diversity scholarship, she's on my list. When I got featured by Black Women in Comedy, and she's a real one. If you look at the answers to my questions, Marsha Warfield is in there. And here's the thing: of course, I know she does stand up, but my introduction to her was, of course, Night Court, the bailiff, the character she had, and then I found out she did stand up. And here's the thing: I wasn't focused at that time. I hadn't realized that I was destined to become a comedian. However, I just thought there's something what she does I like. Like I like.
Oh, yeah. Well, because I'm a little bit older than both of you all, I remember when she was on the Richard Pryor variety, show on TV.
Oh.
Which I have on DVD in my house right now.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
She had a talk show. But I remember and see, that's what I think comedy has always been. I have watched those shows as a kid because I was a teenager when Flip Wilson and Richard Pryor and folks like that had shows back in the 70s, and I love watching those sketches.
Yes. I remember the Flip. I was little, but I remember the Flip Wilson.
And I remember as a kid, my grandmother raised me. I remember getting my ass beat because I would never go to bed on time because I would stay up because I had to watch Johnny Carson's monologue and his sketches before the guests came on.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I used to love the Johnny Carson sketch with the genie kind of when he would have all of it. And he would do the envelopes and tell you and he would answer and then he'd open it. Oh my God, brilliant. I remember.
Well, I stayed up too late one too many times and I got my ass beat because of Johnny Carson. So that's how much I like comedy. I got a whooping trying to watch some comedy.
Right.
Okay, but given what you said about your age, if you started in 2015, that was a long ways away from having been influenced by all of that as a kid.
Yeah.
So
I was 55.
Okay, so wow. And I turned that this year. That's my birthday this December.
And that was 6 years ago.
So what turned the light? I mean, I know you were saying you actually accessed it through improv, but what flipped the light on for you 6 years ago?
You know what? I guess I never thought about it, but you know that I'm gonna pursue comedy. But what happened was, I was still kind of in transition. I had been married 20 years. I was still felt like I was trying to find myself. I had got divorced my divorce was final in 2005, but still, I mean, it takes a long time to transition from a home and kids and a husband and all that to being on your own and by yourself and whatever. Anyway, fast forward, I had joined the website Meetup, where you find other people with different kind of interests and things. And that was one of the ways I got out of the house.
Okay.
And somebody had posted, let's take an improv class. I'm like, improv? I knew what it was because I've been watching Saturday Night Live since the first show when George Carlin was the first host. I was 14.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And so I've been watching it 46 years.
Wow.
And so I knew what it was, but I had no idea that you could take a class in it. And then the Push Comedy Theater was in Norfolk, and someone said, let's take a class. I took the Improv 101, and I just fell in love with it. And then I took 201 and 301 and 501.
Wow. Wow. Did you skip 401? What happened?
Yeah, I took all of them.
Okay, I'm teasing.
I took all of them. And then I got put on a house team. That it was called the Upright Senior Citizens Brigade because everybody in the group was over 50.
There you go. That's dope.
That's funny.
We had a good time.
Wow. Now, okay, so that was improv. So where in there did stand-up begin to emerge as something to do?
After I had done almost a year of taking improv classes, I'm like, I said, let me go try stand-up. And I saw that the Virginia Beach Funny Bone taught a comedy class. And so I took that. It was 6 or 8 weeks. And we had a grad show, and the rest is history.
Wow. Because
Nice.
people, we were talking about this a little bit, before we came on, how I feel like people poo-poo on classes, and some of my favorites poo-poo on classes, but I'm just like, to each his own. What was interesting for me about that journey was that because I didn't start taking comedy classes until I was almost a year in. Like, I was doing workshops. I had taken sketch and improv, like we were talking about, and just started writing. Like, even before I took any of that, honestly, the first bits I wrote were about, we were talking about Postmate and Lyft Drive and all that. So the first bits I wrote were just what were funny stories. And I guess my brain, for what it's worth, my brain figured out how to talk about these things in the rhythm of funny, because I didn't know anything about a rule of three. Obviously, we all know setup, I didn't, or sarcasm or whatever. And everybody knows set up punch because those are in the zeitgeist. They're in the the public lexicon. So you don't have to be a comedian to understand that. But I realized kind of after the fact was that my writing was a product of sketch class and improv. And even though I had managed to get it into formation, for lack of a word, once I finally took my first comedy class, then I could backwards map as to, like, because the bits I had done had already built a very positive reputation for me. Everybody's like, where's your green phone and where's your call and ancestor and all these things that I was doing. But once I learned, I was like, oh, that's why this stuff is funny, because it does fit this format and it fits this rhythm. I took Judy Carter's class, and so all of this, but what it did was it showed me what I had done right without classes. But for me, I felt more confident and further confirmed about what I was doing. And most of all, the big thing, because I'm a teacher and I know you teach too, because you did an improv workshop with us. What I think is important at every level of life is how to repeat success. Like, and I think that's what education is for, because you can strike the magic and you can catch the lightning in a bottle, but if you don't know how you caught it, then you're kind of stumbling to catch it again.
I don't. Yes, because that's what I don't know. You're right. Some people do the thumbs down on classes, but I'm like, I mean, why are you turning down knowledge?
Right.
Don't nobody know everything.
Right.
And as old as I am, quote unquote, I mean, I'm never gonna stop learning.
Right.
And the pandemic did actually help me slow down. And I took Judy Carter's. I mean, I had been doing comedy for 5 years, but I took Judy Carter's class during the pandemic. I took the folks that
we alum. We're Judy Carter alum.
Huh?
I said we're Judy Carter alum.
Yeah, and I took that, and what else? I took the people that started another school in New York after the UCB closed, called the Swirl. I took 2 classes. I took musical improv and genre with them. So I'm like, I'm not turning down nothing.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's.
I heard
that's...
about the swirl. I mean, are they? I know that because there was so much. There's UCB was getting a tough, getting kind of a tough.
I hated to see them. Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But I tell anybody, well, if I'll tell you the truth about me, if you treat me right, I'll be an ambassador for you. That's all I can say. Because I'm not gonna go out here and everything that everyone said, I'm sure is legitimate. But all I can say is I'm trying to be the example of what they've done right, and then how can we build? Because not for this diversity scholarship, not for all of the opportunity that I felt like, I mean, what God has, but there's still a path we have to walk on the planet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we still have to walk through some doors to get this done. And, but I did feel bad. And then when I was taking the sketch class last year, that's when the training center out here closed. The theater, they closed it. Well, here's what's crazy. They keep saying the training center is closed, but when I drove up Sunset last night was it last night or Tuesday or whatever night I was on Sunset for something, Lord, I drove up and the red neon lights that say Upright Citizens Brigade on the side of the building are still red neon lights that say Upright Citizens Brigade.
I want to say they're having live classes in LA.
They're not, though. That I know for a fact. I mean, okay, wait. I take that back. The theater is still open, so they could be over at the theater. I don't know. Yeah. When they send out the last notifications to us, like I was saying earlier, they have a list, and when there are spaces, they'll send me a thing saying, "Dana, we got some spaces. You want to jump in." Those were Zoom because I ask. I always ask. I don't care. I'll take it. But as far as so I'll say this: I'm kind of 50-50 on them because I'd also heard that the theater was not sold, but that it was temporarily closed. I think that that the classes are kind of still on Zoom, even out here, like because
because the 401 class I'm taking now, the lady is from LA, so and it's on Zoom. I don't know. I'm just in the house. I'm in the building. I'm trying to get all them levels so I can say, I'm a master improviser, whatever. I'm fully trained.
I'm fully trained. That's what we all want to be, fully trained. Amen.
Fully trained. So
like your dog. Like your dog.
Yeah, that's right. I want to be fully trained. But
trying to get your black belt of comedy.
Black belt of comedy. Yeah.
That's right. So that's what I guess so that's the what I've done as far as is jumping into comedy. And like I said, since then, back in 2018, seeing a lack of diversity in my own theater, and knowing that UCB and Second City had diversity programs, I'm like, well, how come my little local theater don't have one?
Right. So, I heard you talk about that on something. I don't know if it was when you talked to us in Memphis, but I heard you talk about that.
Yeah, and so I had talked about it, but it didn't happen. And I started my group in 2018. It started off as 6 Black women, but it has morphed into men and women that are all POC. Because they just needed a place where they could have their own voices heard in improv. Because some of the stuff we do is just going to be different. And people have comfort levels when they're with their own folk doing improv. So 2018, Lemon Pepper and Cezanne was formed. And so fast forward to 2020, unfortunately, the death of George Floyd brought a lot of ripples and effects in improv schools around the country. And at that point, that's when at my theater here in Virginia, as we started a Push Diversity Council, and we have a diversity scholarship now. And we do a monthly diversity jam that the Diversity Council and my group help produce every month.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's what it should be. I mean, because UCB was doing those things when I got in there, I'm so all I can say is I got in by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I literally got my scholarship August, September of 19, and I was able to get it.
Oh, she froze.
I got through 101, both the 101. Is it me?
You're back.
You're back.
I'm back. So by the hair, it's been all day. I've been on here all day for something, Lord. I'm glad I was able to get in 19 and get some scholarship love. And it's, like I said, it's carrying over because I still get these notifications. Like it's a space there. But taking improv has just opened my world up period, and it's made me hungry for more. I feel like it's just something that I just want to get better at, but I feel like without a class, it's hard to find. Am I glitching again? Oh, I see.
Oh no, this is a beautiful doggy.
To get cartoons, and because what I did, I had 2 shows. I've done like maybe 3 produced shows at Flappers, a comedy club here, and what I had on 2 of the shows was a narrative genre group come in and do like a 7-minute, like a comedy set with within the lineup, and I had that happen.
Doing improv,
and they had me. Okay. They had me. So Marian Yosefu, who is she runs Afrofuturist, is a group she built here. She's home. We're visiting Africa, which is home for her. I think she was born in the South, but like her parents are. I want to say Nigerian, but I'm not 100% sure. But she has a Afrofuturist. They base their work on why is it escaping me? Our great writer, our Afrofuturist writer. She's gone on now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I can't think of a name, but I know.
Oh my God! Why I feel when these things
it's
drop,
okay. It'll come back later.
It'll come back. Yeah. So they base a lot of their improv off of kind of heard that genre of fiction of the work that she used to do. I can't think. I don't know why her name is. I feel like I can see her face. It'll come. So yes, I just love improv. I tell people I think if everybody learned improv and everybody learned to play chess, the world would be a greater place. No one would drop out of school. Everybody would love themselves and would believe in themselves, and we would.
And for me, improv is like playing. It's pretending. And since I'm a big kid at heart, I watch cartoons every day.
Yeah. That's dope.
My favorite is Family Guy.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Where's my money, Brian?
That's right.
Where's my money?
Where's my money? Where's my money?
I'll pay you. No, I want my money now, Brian.
I love that. But yeah, I watch Family Guy probably every day. And I love classic cartoons. So I will turn on Looney Tunes and leave it. Yeah, they have 3-hour things on like YouTube or Tubi and all of them. I love classic cartoons too. But I love me some Family Guy.
Yes. Wile E. Coyote.
All of that.
Marvin the Martian. That's
all
my jam.
But I love me some Family Guy. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
It's so
what is it? Herbert the Pervert.
All of every character.
Why don't you come
I love
down to the basement and get some popsicles? You're like, what? He's like, it's hot outside. You can mow the lawn with your shirt off if you want to.
Your shirt off, yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that's funny. That one in what is it? South Park just started a new season. Do you like South Park or not?
I like South Park. I like American Dad. I like the Cleveland Show. The Simpsons.
Oh yes.
And then there's been some other ones that have come out. What is it? The Champions of now I'm having a brain freeze. But if I like Rick and Morty.
Oh, there you go.
I was somewhere. Somebody was talking about Rick and Morty recently.
Pickle Rick, man.
I just like cartoons. I love Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah. Robot Chicken is dope. Have you seen Metalocalypse before?
I think so.
It's the crazy metal band.
Yes. I just finished watching Diabolical.
Oh, there you go.
Cartoon series off of The Boys.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I heard about it.
Season 3. Are you ready for season 3?
8 episodes right to get it. They're good. I mean, I just love that stuff. It's really good animation. And the one thing, I love this animation when it came out. Remember Black Dynamite?
Oh yeah.
The movie, and then they made a cartoon series.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect.
He was born to play.
I'm totally out of it. I have to do better.
What are you saying, Steven?
Oh no, I was just saying. What is it? Michael J. White? Am I saying that right or wrong?
Michael J. White.
J. White. Yeah, he was born to play Black Dynamite.
I know, right?
When I saw that movie, I was like, wow.
And the cartoons was hilarious.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, good stuff. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See, we have what do we have?
I know you got all those topics.
Yeah, we jumped over. So okay. I think the Kanye Kim, I won't even.
Oh, I got a slideshow for that one, Dana.
You have a what?
We have a slideshow.
Okay.
1 second. Let me get to that right now. All right. So
that
the first
rocket really does look like a penis. Like I've never.
I do because I told Stephen, I worked for NASA for the last 21 years.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my material, I have whole sets is nothing about NASA space, just all kind. And when I saw that, I had to write a whole bit about it. And when I'm like, one small prick for a man, right?
There you go. But yeah, I guess Pete Davidson's supposed to go to space.
Right.
On the, what is it, Jeff Bezos owned space program, I believe it is. Yeah.
I was like, all they doing is joy riding to space. That's not no real astronaut shit.
But do they know something that we don't know is what I'm curious about.
Yeah, that's kind of like that movie that was just on Netflix. Was it the one with Leonardo DiCaprio where the asteroid was coming?
Don't look up.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it because I'm determined to watch it. Don't spoil it. You can share.
Yeah, but basically, without spoiling it, it's like, why are all these rich people trying to go to space all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm. They know something.
I don't know what. It's so much comedy. When a comedian said, "White people, just tell us." Like
they ain't gonna tell us shit.
Just
and if you, they ain't gonna tell us shit. They gonna tell us shit.
Just be worried if you go, you get your morning coffee, open the window, you see like 60 rockets heading to space. That's when you got to be fucking worried, right? You're like, oh, some shit's going down.
Look, Pete Davidson probably trying to get away from Kanye and his damn nonsense.
Oh my God, like that has become so many levels of foolishness. Like
I'm like, damn, if he was Joe the damn bus driver, his ass would be in jail for stalking.
Right. It's bananas. This is gonna sound so terrible on my part. Like one, I didn't realize they had not one, but they have 4 children. And I'm just like,
have a lot of kids.
Like I just be, and this is I don't want to sound like provincial or bananas or whatever, but I just be like, what is the moment that you look at someone and say, I don't know if we need to keep making babies together? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying that in love, but like at which baby did you know we don't need to look?
I was married a long time, and I won't get into all of that.
I've never been married.
Sometimes you don't know how crazy a motherfucker is until you weigh in.
Okay, got it. I received that.
You just don't know. And then he's like, damn, how am I going to get the hell out of this shit right here?
I got mud on my shoes and I can't clean it off.
Right. And I say, to me, the whole Kanye Kim thing is almost, I was like in my brain, this like Ukraine and Russia. It's like Ukraine trying to live their life and be about their business. And here come Kanye bombing up every goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you thought you was living your life and things was gonna be fine, you'd have got away. Here he come.
Now you guys heard that he bought a house across the street, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, it's gonna sound crazy on my part, despite my last question. But at first, if he was a reasonable person, I don't think they have 4 kids together. And whether they have nannies or any of those things, if he were in a more level, sane space, across the street is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I get it because the kids then can enjoy the fruits of the co-parenting that doesn't include whatever. Because like right now, tomorrow, for example, I teach kids tips. I taught these 3 girls last week on Hill Street in Santa Monica. Well, the dad is like 3 blocks away on the same street, but 3 blocks away. Mm-hmm. But so I understand, and even and I mentioned already, I've never been married, but I do understand. But I have a son. That makes sense to me. But across the street sounds a little like
I don't know. If my ex-husband moved across the street, I would be in jail for arson. I don't know which house would get burnt down and be mine or his. I don't know. But no. Because when my ex-husband called me one day and said, "Oh, I'm going upstate New York," I was like, "Great."
Do y'all have kids, Donna? Do y'all have kids?
No. My uterus said, "Hell no."
There you go. You got away with something.
But
awesome.
I had two stepsons that they're grown. They're like, one is over 40 and the other one is in their late 30s. That boat has sailed, sank, and been sunken. It's done.
Oh yeah. No, that's when I saw it, especially the text message between them two. He hit him up like, where are you? And he's literally took a photo without his shirt on. He's probably sleeping in his underwear, whatever. And he's in their, there used to be marital bed.
It's just so weird. And like I said, he's not unlike a whole lot of dudes that just can't take rejection and the fact that your wife don't want you no more. I know from my own experience. But Pete Davidson better be careful, because I'm telling you, something is in those Kardashian vaginas.
Right now, that I agree with you. I
don't know if they're douching with Michigan Flint water or whatever, Flint, Michigan water, but it's something toxic in there, because it changes basketball players into crackheads, it changes men into women, and it changes Grammy women, rap artists into stark raving lunatics.
There's something in the water. Yes,
it's something in them vaginas. I don't know what it is. It's transformative because it's been changing all these people into other things.
Right. No, I agree. I don't know. We've never seen anything like this.
Some beautiful children, though. Look at them children.
Those children are beautiful, and they don't deserve this nonsense going on, because they're gonna grow up and they're like, "Damn, daddy crazy as hell."
They got to look back. I think, and that's what I worry about. Just as someone who certainly taught school, and I feel like people don't realize these are little humans, and and they're listening and watching you until they can. They can make choices, but understand that their choices will be biased based on what has been presented as normal. And then they'll find out at some point that our normal was a different normal than everybody else. The world doesn't work this way.
And I'm no Kim K fan necessarily, but no woman deserves to be treated like this.
Right. Yeah. Amen.
I mean, but hopefully they work it out, because this could only get worse if Kanye don't stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because y'all don't know if y'all heard the latest. Like, he called Trevor Noah a K.
Yeah.
And okay, first of all, and I'm probably turning it into a bit. I guess I didn't realize, as long as I've heard the term coon my whole, my life. I told you already how old I am. I didn't know we spelled spelled it with a K all this time.
Because he crazy. I mean,
so apparently he was calling, not apparently, he called Trevor Noah, and he got banned he got banned from Instagram for 24 hours. I believe I guess it's today. So he's only banned for one day.
Well, now I'm like, him and Trump got something in common.
Right. Well, I mean, Trump is banned. I think forever. Is he banned? I know he's forever. I know from Twitter. But he got banned from and I guess his post must have been on IG calling Trevor Noah a coon. And then I don't quite there's beef between, obviously he said some things about DL, or either DL. I don't know. I don't say who started it, but DL has been I'm not even gonna say outspoken. I feel like DL has been clearly spoken about and it was what you said, Donna, from the beginning. If this was just some Joe Blow banana doing this, there would be police. There would be action.
Absolutely, it don't make any sense. It don't make no sense. And I'm like, and he's drawing everybody else into his nonsense. And Steve Harvey saying something, and DL.
Right, I heard
everybody saying something.
Right, I didn't read it, but
what's next? Yeah. I mean, they're gonna do a versus on bum fights? Well, I mean, what's happening right now?
Oh no, yeah, he told him. Pete Davidson told Kanye what Beverly Hills Hotel at the time he came back to LA that he was staying at.
See, they don't even need to get to that point.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. They got kids involved.
Say that one more time. What did you say about Pete Davidson and Beverly Hills Hotel?
Oh, sorry. Kanye asked him, so where are you at? This was I don't know if it was I don't think it was the same text. It was a different text. And he told him exactly where he was at a Beverly Hills hotel. And I think he told him, yeah, roll up.
Yeah, no. Grown men don't do that.
No, yeah. Especially when if you're dating somebody who has children and their father is having a hard time with it, you got to do your best to not instigate something further. And not only that, there's photos where these two gentlemen were friends. So it's already probably even harder for Kanye to deal with this, being that he thought the guy was his friend. Kind of crazy.
Kim out here, she gonna do whatever she want.
Oh yeah, yeah. They had a dinner together many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
And there's photos of that shit too. That shit is crazy.
They need to just knock it off.
Oh yeah, they gotta just sit down. Whatever it is, iron it out, because it's not about any of them. It's about the kids.
I know it's just stupid. Like you said, it ain't news. It's just a bunch of nonsense to keep us distracted from real stuff. Like for instance, like how the Senate this is not a bit of mine, but how the hell does the Senate Republicans work can get something trying to make daylight savings time permanent? I mean, it just proves that they know what time is, but they don't want to know what the fuck a term limit is. They know what time is, but they just don't know when time is the fuck up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. It is a distraction. It is a distraction. And just as a sidebar, I'm not in agreement with Senate Republicans, but daylight savings time hit me like a bat this year. Like that thing hit hard. I don't know. I feel like I've never been so turned around from a daylight savings time transition.
I've been tired since Sunday.
Me too. Always.
And we had that show Sunday too. And you know what else broke me down? I had to cut my grass the next day.
Ooh. Damn.
You are anyway. I appreciate it.
What's the next topic?
No, we got good news though. This is really good news. Something that I heard that I was, exactly right. In 2022, we need good news. I can't be alone on that. Snoop Dogg has acquired Death Row Records. What?
Right. It was good news. It was they started talking about it right after the Super Bowl. A couple of weeks I heard everything comes through on satellite radio. So I
can't do nothing with it.
Not a thing, but the good news for Snoop is he didn't own the things he had recorded. He didn't own those masters, and now he does.
Yep.
Really?
So now he can
and more.
He can now. There's something going on with the Tupac piece. I don't know if he owns all. Like I think there's another deal in there like that. Like there are some tighter specifics because somebody asked about the Tupac stuff, and I want to say that the piece in the journalism said, because I think he said we'll work something out, but then like the end of the article was like Death Row doesn't own those. He doesn't, whatever the deal is, he does not have all of those or doesn't have those. So we'll see. But overall, it's good news. Good news. Sorry, sir.
I just have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Will Snoop Dogg start dangling people off of balconies? Will he start doing that?
We hope not. We hope those days are behind.
Oh no. They talked to him and he
days are behind us.
Yeah, he talked about how he wants to show his goal, at least the way it was explained when I was listening to him speak, was that he wants to show people how you run a label. He wants to show, show people how it's done. So when I heard that and what he wanted to do, I was like, wow, that's, he wants to show people how you hold it down.
Good.
I'm looking forward to it because there's so much, he explained how all these labels were hurting artists, not just not paying them, but taking advantage of them. It's very important that you own your masters. It's very important that you, that you have artists, and this is a sad fact, but you have artists that were amazing musicians that were on Motown.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who knows any of the history of that and how those artists were treated, well, you have people who had amazing music who are poor.
Yep.
Like that should not be happening. That should not be happening, especially even in that era, if you had a number one song and let's say it's still played today or in movies, your ass should be getting paid.
Yep.
But the publishing and royalty game is bananas, and the biggest
own your publishing.
without going into a whole nother, and I mean without going to a whole nother conversation, Barry Gordy, all of them really would put their names on these records, and even though so and so had written it, Barry Gordy owned 80% of the publishing because he claimed to be a co-writer. Like, they were just things, and I don't want to cast dispersion or be negative about Barry Gordy, but the business practices were very interesting and very advantageous for the owners and not for the musicians, as we know.
Plantation model.
It is, and what's crazy, interesting you say that. It's exactly what it is. It's crazy how, and there's so much of that's another whole show. Like, we do a lot of what's been done to us, to each other, but it's but I think the tragic part is it's what we got it honest. Like, anything that we know about how you deal with that, we got from this place that wasn't treating us, and so somebody stepped on our neck, we got up and started stepping on somebody else's neck, and it's that's another psychology conversation.
That's a whole other thing.
The catalog of what Snoop owns does not include Tupac's catalog. I have yet to find out the details, but I knew I read that one line that the catalog that he now owns from Death Row does not. That's not where.
He'll figure something out. I'm sure there'll be a deal or something worked out.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said we'll be able to find something out
because he's gonna do something. The vibes I got from what he said too, and what it sounded like, and really made me happy, is he's gonna make a lot of labels look bad because he's gonna show them how you respect and treat your artists and how you keep your artists. Right.
Well, let's see. But is he gonna run Death Row like as a new label? I did hear in one conversation that he's not going to be signing artists that need development, that he is going to sign artists, but people have to be so super ready when they're being signed. Like, they're not signing and then developing people. Like, they're signing people ready to go. That's what I.
Oh yeah, because that's a huge investment, man. If you got
I'm sympathetic to both sides. I mean, I worked at a record label as an assistant, and it's not that I don't think I'm certainly more on the side of the artist. I was not one, but I feel like when a record label signs an artist, and that's where the sticking part comes in, the level of investment that's made, and then how do we recoup that profit? I think it's fair that if you invest in someone that you want to get a return on your investment. What I think is unfair is pennies on a dollar. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think because then you basically have someone in a plantation sharecropping model to recoup your investment, and that's where the problem comes in. What I want to say is, again, I don't want to sound like the K word, like what Kanye is calling, but to be fair, if you're an artist, and now that we move music as a waveform and not as an 8-track, a cassette, a vinyl, a CD, we're not moving units the same, but there has to be somebody has to bear the cost of what it takes to ship music across the country, worldwide, and get it placed in record stores and get it distributed. Those things have a cost associated with. So who owes that money? And if as a label, that investment is made in you, and we're doing all these things on your behalf, again, I don't think it's unfair to expect a return on investment. But what I think is unfair, again, is if you have somebody in a sharecropping arrangement, like if you have somebody where you put them in a situation where they virtually can never pay you back, and no matter how many albums, because I tell people, if you look at how Stevie Wonder was putting out records, before I would say before 18, but even later, Stevie Wonder was putting out, like, you can look at some of it. Sometimes there was 2 or 3 albums a year, because the deal was structured is that after you put out so many albums, then we will change the rate at which we're, whatever. So if you have enough music to put out records at a faster rate, you could basically try to outrun this loan shark that you hung up. But if you don't have, but if you're not, like, Stevie Wonder is superhuman. So if you're a good artist, but you're not Stevie Wonder, then it's going to be hard to make enough music to outrun the royalty rate and the public, all these things, this loan that they've got you in. So I say that because it takes arms and legs to get this done. As someone who was an assistant, I get it. All of us who are in here working, we have to be paid too for the labor that we are, that we're doing to make sure that your name is getting out there. But the game obviously has changed tremendously because we're moving waveforms. We're not moving physical units anymore. We're not shipping product. We're not, what I'm saying? None of that's not.
It's downloads. It's
way
downloads.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Way cheaper.
It's, so I'm anxious to see what he does. And but because I think, and the reason I'm talking so long, and I apologize, I'll land the plane. I think that he can do much better because there's an advantage to the system that he's inheriting. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not inheriting a system that had such a high cost to get the music out. He's inheriting a system that we're pushing away from. We're pushing streams.
Yeah,
we're not
the digital era.
Yeah. So anyway, my plane is landed. I'm
Okay.
passionate about music, y'all. Passionate about music.
And then we recently also got some interesting news in 2022. The game challenging and throwing down the gauntlet to Eminem.
And I said before the show, I'm like, what's he challenging him to? An arm wrestling match? I don't get it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing rapper. Both are amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. They had an old interview with the game, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't want any problems with Eminem. He's such an amazing artist, such an amazing rapper, this and that or whatever." And now, out of nowhere, he's got a new album coming out. He challenges.
Controversy sells.
Yeah.
So so what are they talking about? Trying to do a versus or what?
I don't know. He wants the old school rap battle. He does a track, then he does a diss track, and they just diss track. And then
what's this, a roast battle? I mean, I hate those things between comedians. So like, why are we anyway?
I was gonna say, my new joke on everything. It's like sunscreen at night. You could, but why? Do you know what I'm saying?
Why? Oh yeah, I don't know. I maybe I'm just crazy, but I love rap battles.
Okay.
I just find it interesting. I just find it interesting because even the whole thing when they had Machine Gun Kelly try to challenge Eminem, to me that's just a joke. Don't get me wrong, the Machine Gun guy he's a talented artist. It's not my cup of tea.
I can't name one damn song Machine Gun Kelly has done.
I was gonna say, but you're not. I mean, I was say, I know the name. I don't know a song. You not. I mean, unless you. I mean, I say this.
Ain't he famous for having that Megan girl as his girl?
Megan Fox.
Yep, I mean, I don't know nothing in that weird shit that they keep doing all the time. I don't know nothing about them.
No, I hear you. So now he finally has somebody who actually has skills.
Oh, no, let me plug in my computer.
Oh,
I didn't realize I was unplugged.
Oh,
hold on.
Oh yeah, but he finally has an actual challenger who actually knows how to rap and actually has skills. So I'm interested to see how this is going to unfold. Being that I really love both of them, they're both just extremely talented. I just hope it's not just one of those things where they're causing controversy just to sell albums.
Ain't that what all of them do though? Yeah.
I just
this don't have nothing to. They don't. I don't think. Like I said, they don't. It's not like they don't like each other or anything. It's just he's trying to sell some records. That's all.
No, yeah, and that's where I was trying to figure out in my head, like, okay, you guys obviously like each other and respect each other. You did do a song together. I think it was on the game's first or second album. I can't remember which one, but they did a song together. So I'm trying to figure out how they're going to diss each other when you really don't have a beef. Like if you have a beef with somebody, like a legit beef, and you're going to rap against the other person, like, oh, wow, what are they going to say, right? What are they going to say? Because I'm just like, how bad do you hate Eminem?
Eminem don't bother nobody as far as I know.
No, he usually doesn't mention anybody, yeah.
And even I don't hear no controversy really about the game. So what is this about, really?
Right.
Oh, no, yeah. He went on like an IG Live, the game did, and was just talking mad shit. I'm better than Eminem. I'm this, I'm that. Let's go. What are we going to do about it,
And I mean, really, right now, both of them are not really in the limelight right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? Like I said, they just need to have bum fights for these.
Bum fights.
Like when you said that, I thought I would die, and so yes, that's not the bum fights.
I don't know. I'm just awaiting the track. I just want to hear the music. That's what I want to hear.
Like I said, I don't know if I did this I don't know. I mean, but Nat King Cole never wanted to kick Sammy Davis Jr.'s ass.
Right.
What is this about? I mean, it's just stupid.
Well, I think it goes back to what you said a minute ago. It sells records, and I think, and there's this alpha male dominance that comes with this hip hop territory. Our crooners were, not in a competition. They had their lanes. People bought records or not, or went to see them, whatever, and it just wasn't, but this is about very intentional dominance of a space.
Yeah. And also like our culture now, and they don't have to be hard.
But that's how prove. But that I think people do what's been done. And so long before, hip hop was pressed on records and they were just battling, in the Bronx, where it's seated. That was that part of that culture. Everything was about a dance battle, a rap. Like these were commonplace.
Oh yeah.
I don't, we certainly didn't mean it to turn into a Tupac Biggie situation. Nobody.
Oh no, yeah, we don't want that.
We didn't see that coming. But I think, that's kind of. I feel like people are very hung up on what's been done. Like don't see how I use this term. They don't always see that we pave a new road.
Yeah.
We could pay the.
I just want the bars. I just want the bars. I just want to hear some really good rap and hear them. Do what they are so good at. That's more or less for me. First, the beef, because I don't see how they could even have beef.
Really.
I don't get it. I don't get
do a verses and be done with it. Just do your stuff and nobody got to get hurt. Because this sounds almost like it's leading on some violence or something. I don't know.
Oh no! As long as they keep it to the music, which it sounds like they're gonna do. Then,
and how old is Eminem now?
He's in his 50s.
See what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Any rapper that got an AARP card need to sit down somewhere.
And I think that's why the game is challenging him. I think maybe that's something that's not being said.
But if Eminem is over 50, Game ain't far behind. It ain't like Okay.
How old is the Game?
He's got to be 40. He's got to look
at. Well, I mean, he is for sure. But I'm just like, but he can't be that far behind Eminem in terms of the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm curious.
Okay, it says here. This is interesting. It says he's 42. He was born in 79.
Oh wow! So he's the same age as me. Yeah, I'm
gonna be 42. He's still too damn old for this foolishness.
Right, but 42 is a different game for these folks than it was.
He's 8 years from a Grand Slam discount at Denny's, so he needs to sit down some damn way.
So, and Eminem is 49. Eminem isn't.
Oh yeah, okay, so he's near 50. Okay,
he's close enough. But because I was thinking, I know I keep up. Like I'm a big enough fan of Eminem, not a huge fan, but a big enough fan. I certainly respect him. But I was like, I didn't know if he was 50 because I know I keep up with him.
Oh, okay.
But still, I mean, come on. Anyway.
Right.
You got another one?
Oh no, that's it.
Okay.
And here's the thing: we had a comedian on, and then we didn't talk about comedians. We have a comedian on it. We didn't talk about comedians. I know, like we out of time now, but and it's midnight where you at this.
It's 12:13, but I'm usually up all the time.
Okay, well then, even though like all kind of stuff is jumping off on my phone. People sending me flyers to approve for stuff I'm producing. Apple was like, "Yo, you owe us money. Can you give us a new card? We about to end your Apple Care on your phone." So I'm like looking at all this stuff is like shooting across my phone. But even though we talked about it 2 weeks ago. Donna, how do you feel? Like here's, just in general, how do you when you heard that T.I. was doing comedy, what were your first thoughts? I mean, and the reason I ask you, let me say this. I say this
kind of like
especially now that I know. Even now that I know you're 6 years in. since you're like, I'm curious as to what your take is on it.
I think because he's been a famous rapper that he's been getting entree into places that people that been out here would never have a chance to get. And look, what did Page Six said? I forgot how they put it. What they said, he did I don't know. I'll put it this way: the cake is in the oven and it hasn't risen yet.
Okay. No, I feel that. No, I've seen him.
That cake is basically raw on the inside.
Like, yeah, no, I saw him live. So yeah, no, but I was just curious about. I like to hear everybody's. You know, I'm always curious.
It's just odd. I mean, good for him that he's trying it, but you know, y'all, I know y'all been around plenty of open mics and been some damn delusional ass open micers.
Right.
I think they're ready. They're ready for all the stages, and you know they not.
The last time I got to go to the Laugh Factory's audition, I was in line because you have to line up early to get in there. Because what they do is they'll put they'll line the first 10 up, and then the next 10, anybody after that it's a lottery. You have to get your name pulled. So this one, I didn't have clients. Everybody was still coming out the Christmas holiday, so I didn't have all of my little tutoring clients and all that. I had a day off, so I went. So I ended up being third or fourth in line. The dude that I was behind, was telling me the story of moving here during the pandemic. Like, I saw the dude, like, he had like protein powder, dry protein powder in his bag. He like literally put a scoop in his mouth. I'm thinking he's about to put water to, whatever. He like downs a cordial of vodka. Like, he's very excited about comedy. Like, and then every time somebody walked up to get in line, he was like, the line is back there. Like, that's where this is not the end. He was making it clear. Then when we get ready to go up for our auditions, he steps on stage and says, I've never done comedy before.
Oh shit.
Right. I was like, so you are
taking space for somebody that's serious about this shit.
And in my mind, I'm like, I have no doubt that you will go but how are you got it a little flip, right? Like, because if you've never done it before, you ain't been to nair, as my grandma would say, nair open mic. And you want to come to this room and audition. I'm not saying I'm not past at Laugh Factory, not by any means. And that particular day, Enrique, nobody was there to even watch us. And so we're just all in there, hoping for the best. But I done been around a mic or two or three, a festival, right. 2 or 3. Like, I've been putting in work for the time, and I've been wall to wall work, putting in time on this thing. And you trying to tell me you ain't here? Like, I'm telling y'all, it was this dude. In fact, I was on a mic with this dude. I remember that was this guy named Noah King. I just was on a mic with him this past Monday, but Noah walked up and he made it sure the line is back there. And Noah's an older gentleman, so like Noah know what time it is. I didn't know Noah, but I'm like, who you? Like, and I'm thinking, and by the way he's acting, I'm thinking he done been here every other week and he trying to get his shot, and then he girl, the first thing out his mouth, I've never done comedy before. And see, and that's the kind of I guess entitlement, or I don't even know what word to use. Right. This dude is ending up on Shaq's All-Star Weekend, and people are letting him. Why would you let him go do time after a headliner? So we talked about that. Like, that was, I think people. Like, here's the thing about this, how I feel about it, Donna. I think it's tough because we were just having the conversation about progress, about not progress so much, but about like people doing what's been done to them. I think it's a tough walk because on the one hand, I think when we say that we want to be progressive, that means we are going to have to be like break from tradition. But on the other hand, we have to figure out what is respectful and progressive, because I too agree that and I'm still making my way. We both know that. I don't think it was a good idea to put him on after a headliner. However, but if I say
whoever is advising him should sit him down and talk. And then what got me is that some of the other comedians is like, they was like signing, they was like jumping on board the bandwagon with that shit. They know that ain't no damn way some of the comedians that I saw that was saying it was okay would let his ass come on after him at no show.
Right, me and another comedian were talking about that. I think that we can be progressive, but we can still be respectful. Like, I mean, and also I have to admit, I'm a big Godfrey fan, so I gotta imagine it, and so much respect for how awesome.
In my opinion, he's not respecting the craft at all.
And but I think it takes two to tango, and whoever the club owner was, made this decision to allow this thing to happen, and he also had a choice in that moment. And he didn't make the right choice.
They want asses and seats, and I know this is a business at the bottom at the end of the day. But damn, I mean,
show business, not show friends.
Right. But I have to. Oh wow! But I think we just have to. I think we have to keep figuring out, because I think I'm glad to welcome him to the space, but my assumption is that he's gonna work as hard as anybody else to keep coming. Keep whatever.
I guess, but it don't seem like he's putting in the work. I think because he's been a very well respected and very good rapper, that's going to somehow translate. I don't know. It seems like comedy has become a hobby for some people. Will Smith did it, and hopefully this might be a phase, because Will Smith tried to do it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, with Chappelle.
To do it. Wendy Williams was. I mean, come on.
Tammy Romaine, but I feel like Tammy was trying to put in work. I have respect for Tammy Romaine. I don't think she's still trying to do it, but she was. But anyway, so we'll see. But I was just curious. I said, because we have a comedian on, and we talk about everything except comedy. And
we did. I don't know.
I said that because on our topics we have Joe Coy, Kevin Hart, Chris. We have comedians in the remaining topics. So when Kevin said there's no more topics, I was like, but the other half of the list is actually comedy. We spent the first half talking about the foolishness. And we got because I didn't so before we get out of here, because I know I gotta go too. So Kevin is jumping on some of Chris's dates on this tour.
Yeah. So Kevin Hart and Chris Rock joined together and did, I think it's somewhere between 6 or 7 shows in several different places, but only for that limited time. Which really sucks.
So in other words, Kevin ain't gonna be on the show when he comes here to the movie.
No, I wish I would. If I could have afforded it, I definitely would have gone to at least one.
I bet those damn tickets as high as giraffe pussy, as they say.
You so crazy? That's so funny. Did you get you a ticket? I saw your message, but I couldn't answer, Stefan. I didn't.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't get the Chris Rock tickets yet.
Okay.
All right. So how much are they? How much are they?
I'm gonna do nosebleed if I go 65 a piece. I'm not paying any 100 nothing. They can keep them if they want to charge me $150.
Wait a minute, the two of them are coming to Los Angeles?
Oh yeah, they'll both be. Well, I know Chris will be here in November.
Yeah, but that's what you just said. Chris is not on. I mean, Kevin's not gonna be on those dates.
No, Kevin won't be. He's not. Well, see, this is the thing with any of those big shows, like even the Joe Coy, because I'm gonna see Joe Coy. I think it's next week, or the week after next week. I think it is next week though. He'll have just random surprise guests, either someone you've not heard of, and then a couple friends that you were like, oh shit, no, that's a big person. Because the last time I saw Joe Coy, he had Gabriel Iglesias come out, Fluffy. He did I think like maybe 10, maybe 15. It was so good I couldn't even tell how long the damn thing was.
Damn.
And that happens, right? Some people are just so damn good, you get so engrossed in it, you're like, whoa, that was funny.
See, that's what's good about y'all living in LA. Y'all can get to see all these people. I'm in the Mid-Atlantic, Hampton Roads, Virginia area. And so we don't get those surprise walk-on guests and things like that.
Tiffany Haddish came on. She did like some time.
Wow.
It was huge. Who else came out? Oh, my God. Who else was it? I can't remember the other person. But there was an opening comedian who I did see outside of the Joe Coy show. He does a comedy chateau, Dana, and I think I was he did I think I was there for one of your shows, and he was performing earlier, and he killed the Joe Coy show. This comedian, I'm going to tell you who he is here in a minute, but he is amazing. If you get a chance to check him out on Instagram, his name is Eric Schwartz. And he did a whole he does obviously the comedy, the normal standard comedy, but he also does musical stuff with comedy. He takes like 90s R&B or hits and does songs with them. He has a song, you know, the song "Back That Ass Up."
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did one for "Vax That Ass Up."
I mean, yeah, not Mystical, but Juvenile.
Yeah.
Yes. They had
Oh, yeah.
Mercy. Okay.
So he has a couple of those, you know, he's fucking twerking and shit.
Oh my god.
Vax that ass up.
You
were really fast, bro.
Eric Schwartz. Somebody pointed me to Eric Schwartz recently. I have seen this dude bald with his
but
glasses.
he has a lot of really good little like musical bits with actual, you know, comedy bits and stuff. But he opened up for Joe Coy, and there must have been, I don't know, whatever the max capacity of the forum is. He fucking killed the whole. There was not like there was a point where people were laughing so hard you could kind of almost like dominoes hear when the laughter started and when it stopped. Like it was thunderous. Right, but that's the dream. That's the dream to get to that level, right? So when I saw that, I was like, whoa. And then when I saw him, it said Comedy Chateau when he was playing, I was like, what?
I gotta get out there. I want to come out there sometime soon.
Come. Like I had a blessing last week. It was last week. So Maria Bamford was testing material. So Maria Bamford opened, Jackie Cation closed, and it was an Uncle Clyde's comedy contest. I had never seen either lady. I've been on a show with a Zoom show with Jackie Cation, but I had never seen either lady. So it was very exciting. And then the week before, and I had seen her before at Flappers, Lori Kilmartin.
Nice.
She does both pieces. She does standard stuff that she's been doing, and then she does like, you know, newer bits because that's what they come to Flappers and do. So.
Oh, okay. I went there one time when I came out there for Hope Flood's Comics Rocks, and I remember one of the showcases at Flappers, and I couldn't believe how far it was from LA. I'm like, where am I? It's an hour. I'm still in the damn car.
Oh no, yeah. Some of those places
like,
are pretty...
depending on where you were in LA, depending on where you were living. Like, if you stay by the airport, it's a push from the airport.
Yeah, I wasn't that far from the airport, and of course, not being from there, I was like, where the hell? Everything is an hour until I finally figured out the main streets. I'm like, I don't even have to take these damn highways. I can just take this one main street that goes up and down that hill.
That's right.
La Brea, take La Brea, and La Brea take you to Highland will take you straight over the hill and cut you through it. Because otherwise, from the airport, they probably trying to take you around the 405, which takes you far west and then back down east. Which doesn't make any sense.
I'm just glad Jesus was my co-pilot because I ain't know shit from Shinola being driving around no damn LA. And I was like, I thought Hampton Roads, Virginia traffic was bad, but god damn.
I know LA is, yeah. You want to see hell? Get on the freeway. Like a little bit before 5 o'clock. That's hell on earth. Right.
Wow.
405 is the entrance.
But I really enjoyed it.
But definitely for those people watching or anybody out there, yeah, Joe Coy's got shows coming. We got Chris Rock hitting all over United States. Whitney Cummings, Ada Rodriguez has some shows, Dana, to promote her comedy special. Y'all haven't seen Fighting Words, Ada Rodriguez's newest special on HBO Max. You gotta get on that. That shit is funny, and she's speaking truth on there. You want to see some comedy that's got something to say. That shit is awesome. Like for real.
I need to watch. Don't look up because I'm trying to watch it, and I'll watch her special because I watched Earthquake, so I got to watch hers.
Oh, Earthquake was good.
Oh God, it was so good.
I was like, it's only half an hour.
I'm a huge fan. I've always been. So I definitely, when that week I couldn't stay. Once you told me we were going to talk about it, I was like, yeah. So I love it. I love it. But I gotta watch Ada because I just always want to make sure that we're doing the numbers for women comics. And she's funny. It's not like I have to that, but she's funny.
No, she's funny. And then Whitney Cummings has some stuff. Felipe Esparza, Jim Jeffries, John Mulaney, who just had a baby, beautiful baby.
Right.
And then the limited run of Chris Rock and Kevin Hart shows, which I hope they do so good that they decide that they're going to do some more like that, because that's the kind of stuff that I you're like, oh, I want to go to that, And
the Netflix is a joke. We'll talk about it closer.
There's a lot of stuff
we're almost in April. The Netflix is a joke comedy festival will be here.
Oh, so yeah. What do you have any shows coming up you want to share with everybody?
me?
Tell us about the show. Yes, all the shows
Okay.
you got coming up.
Let me see. My improv group, Lemon Pepper and Sazon, is doing a show at Scandals in Virginia Beach next Thursday, the 24th. We are also headlining a show in Colonial Heights on the 26th. I am doing a bunch of local shows here in around the Hampton Roads area, and you know how we do in our local area and all kind of little spots. But the biggest thing I got coming up is I'll be at the Black Women in Comedy Festival in New York City from June the 15th to the 19th. And I'm waiting to hear back from some other comedy festivals I have applied to, because I love going to those things, because I have meet so many good people like Dana and and it's just such a good way to network. And I can't, it's probably something I'm forgetting, but that's what I can remember.
I feel let me see, like it's hard. Like I had a hectic week this week, but let me see. I've got, let me see, on the 20th.
My diversity jam on the 19th.
Oh,
is it on? Is that Zoom or is that?
No, that's live at the Push Comedy Theater. We're celebrating Women History Month, so I put together an all-women cast of improvisers, and I made up some different games, based on women's history and different things. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Let me see. I just know I have shows on the 25th and the 26th. I'm back at Flappers on the 31st with Pretty Funny Women. I think it's a Thursday. I'm on the 30th. I think I'm doing a Zoom show that's actually in Maryland. Like it's in Maryland, but it's whatever.
Nice.
Today I did the StreamYard thing I did today is, even though it's not open to the public, it's for a new women's organization in Louisiana doing like legislation and working with activism. And the conference is called Citizen She. And we did StreamYard today. Me and Angel Gaines did StreamYard today. So then that's going to be up on Saturday. I'll say this. We'll be back on the air, but a big, huge show that I'm putting out into the zeitgeist now, April the 7th, the Creative House here in LA at Inglewood. We've got Angel Gaines, we've got Tron Jones, we've got Joe Dungan, we've got like Corey Webb, Jocelyn Abad, Malika Jules, a lot of great folks that night. We need people to come out. It's like there's going to be plant-based food. There'll be comedy. There'll be music. There'll be everything.
Shoot me all the info. I'll go.
So definitely, and that's on the 7th. And then on the 9th, me and Comedy Chew are recording a live album at the Comedy here in LA and in West Hollywood on Melrose. So those are the two. There are a lot of dates between now and then, and I'm gonna have to start putting them in front of me. But those are the two big things. The 7th, the Creative House. Everybody come. We need everybody in the building. And then on the 9th, this recording, which is a Saturday night that we're very excited about. So those are
I'm
the two
excited
things.
too.
And big, I think, yes. So, and last but not least, Comedy Cube, Funny Media Group. I have a what Funny Media Group is calling a comedy special. It is not an hour, but it's not, it's a thing. This Funny Media Group is amazing. They put a bunch of us in studio space with an incredible camera setup, let us rip for 20 minutes. And when I say rip, not riff, like we, do our thing. And then, at the time, just we were talking about earlier how deals and all these things work. We weren't sure where things were going to kind of end up, but they've actually carved out a great space right on YouTube for themselves. And my special is up. I'm 14,000 views in, and we're just trying to get some more. So everybody, Donna, Stefan, everybody listening, everybody that will hear, go to Funny Media Group. If you just Google, if you Google Dana Keel, but if you go to YouTube and put in Dana Keel, 2 N's, IE, watch. It's only 20 minutes. It won't take up a lot of time. You could do it on the go, on your phone. You could do it wherever. Enjoy and, engage with me. Give me some comments. Give me some likes. If you don't like it, then someone says
it's called Funny what?
It's called Funny Media Group.
Funny Media Group. I'll put that in the comments.
And and all that. So I just wanted to share that out because I'm just trying to get the word out. And that's it. Follow all of us here on our IG spaces. Follow Donna Lewis at Harlem, which is HRLM, Harlem Girl, GYRL on IG. I'm Dana Keel, keeping it real simple. Dana with 2 N's, IE, German, Dana Keel. And Stefan, what is your comedian _ Stefan, right?
Yes, comedian _ Stefan for now. I had to change it. I had complications with Instagram. Fuck Instagram.
That's the current one. I was trying to keep it progressive. I know you had another one, but this is the current one, right?
Oh no, that's the current. I have many named children, but that's the only one that I will claim. I don't know the other bastards. I don't know them. No, yeah, comedian _ Stefan. And I currently do not have any shows right now, but I will. I have been constantly asked to do shows, and I feel bad turning anything down. I really, really do. You know, but I'm getting my shit together. Gone through a divorce, so I'm getting it together. I got a lot of new material about that. Yeah. And
it is such good material.
Oh yes. And you know, I gotta get that off my chest because that's the only therapy I can't afford. Is the one that y'all gonna have to pay to go to because I can't pay to go to. If you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't afford it. You know, maybe in a year and a half I won't have any insurance. You know what I'm saying? So you know. Right. I'm laughing now. I'm gonna cry later though. I'm gonna cry later. Yeah. It's okay. But you know, so I will be having some stuff soon. Definitely will be having some stuff soon. And we will be back on this podcast. Not this coming up Thursday, but the Thursday after next. And we will have an amazing co-host with us, Maria Delgado. Delgado, yes. And we want to thank our awesome guest here, Donna Lewis, for joining us. We really appreciate it. Check her out right here on YouTube. We have Harlem Girl on YouTube. We also got the IG right there, Harlem Girl on IG. And we also don't want to forget the Facebook. Bam! Right there. Harlem Girl Comedy on Facebook. So check her out.
And also follow my improv and sketch group, Lemon Pepper and Sazon Comedy. We're on Instagram and Facebook too.
There you go. There you go. That's right. And everybody have a great night. We love you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.